Hey everyone, welcome back to the B-Movie Bunker. It's time to make some chimichangas. We're looking at 2016's Deadpool, brought to us by Tim Miller, and starring God's gift to this film, Ryan Reynolds. If you don't know who Deadpool is or what Deadpool's backstory and stuff like that is, you're probably not going to see this movie anyways, especially if you're a kid, so fuck you. This is a love story. It's definitely a love story, wrapped around a smarmy, snarky, 30-year-old pop culture reference ball of awesome. I had so much fun in this movie. Do I think it's a perfect movie? No, it's not perfect. Perfect isn't quite the right word, but I had so much fun. I mean, there are some little things I could nitpick about, but I'm not going to, because I had fun the entire time I was in the theater. From the opening credits to the final hidden marvels, secret scenes at the end, which aren't really secret, but ending scenes. I enjoyed every bit of it. And I think a big part of that is because of Reynolds. I think this is the role he was put on Earth to play. I don't think there's any other reason for him to be here other than to keep making Deadpool movies now. And that's his only purpose from now on, is to make Deadpool movies and to talk about Deadpool, and just, he should be Deadpool. And it's his banter, and I think he is probably the best casting Marvel has done to date. I mean, Robert Downey Jr.'s Tony Stark is really good, and Chris Hemsworth is Thor, fine, but this is, I mean, it's as close as I think you get to actually having the person come off the page. And, man, breaking the fourth wall, they do that, which is what you expect from a Deadpool movie. If you're going to go with Deadpool, you have to do that type of stuff. And they do it so well. And the supporting cast is really good, too. Fits in well. Marina Baccarin plays Vanessa, the love interest, girlfriend, whatever you want to call her. She has great chemistry with Ryan, with Deadpool. Their characters really, you believe that there's something going on with them, which is always a down thing for me, is when you have people that have no chemistry on screen. You can just tell. It's like, these people aren't fucking in love. These two, you get a great sense of chemistry with them. The villain, I mean, he's British, so I'm not going to complain. British villains are great villains. The only better villains than the Brits are Nazis, but it all depends on the type of movie you're making. This type of movie, the British villain is the right fit. On a scale of 1 to 10, this is, man, it's like my eyeballs got a blowjob. And I'm not talking like, like some dirty bathroom at a truck stop. I'm talking like, you come home from a hard day at work and boom, surprise blowjob. There's the candles are lit. You got some great music playing, your favorite band's playing there, and boom, blowjob. And it's just fucking amazing. Or if you're a girl, it's a girl blowjob, which is, oral. I don't know whatever you would call it. And that's what, it's just such a visual feast. And for the ears as well, with all the great comments made by Deadpool himself, but just the action scenes were choreographed so beautifully. I mean, yes, there's a lot of CG. You really, to pull off what they pull off, you have to use CG. There's no way, I can't even imagine how you would have pulled off this stuff not using CG for some of it. Especially when you have Colossus, who's frankly a guy in a suit that's supposed to look like metal, would look kind of cheesy. And I mean, that CG is kind of, but it's Colossus, so whatever. I like the supporting cast a lot. I like the effects a lot. I like just the overall story they tell, and I'm looking forward to them making more of this. I think it was just such a fun movie, and I think that's been what's been missing from some of the previous, a couple of the other Marvel movies, is it just wasn't fun. It was trying to be too grand of a thing, and this one didn't take itself completely seriously, which I think you kind of need to do with a comic book movie. You need to have a bit of tongue-in-cheek. With Deadpool, you need the tongue so far in cheek that it's licking yourself in the ear. But that's what they did, and I just had, it was just so good. And I think I'm gonna have a little alone time now with my buddy here. So that's all I got for this one. Until next time, stay safe out there in the wasteland, folks. Come on, baby, let's go. Chicka chicka.